Scottie Scheffler wasn't just another golfer walking into 2025. He was the golfer. The world number one. The man every player feared standing beside on a tee box. Calm, precise, unbeatable. The definition of golf perfection. But then, something happened that no one in the golfing world could explain. It started quietly, a small ripple on the surface of calm waters. During the 2025 Ryder Cup, Scheffler arrived with confidence so strong that even the press described him as America's automatic point. But when the matches began, something inside him didn't look right. His usually effortless swing looked tight. His stare, once calm and focused, seemed heavy. And as the first few holes unfolded, the crowd realized this wasn't the same Scottie Scheffler. He missed short putts. He flinched after drives. He looked human. By the end of day one, the scoreboard was brutal. 0 wins, 0 confidence. A stunned silence across the U.S. camp. Even the commentators, people who had covered Scheffler's dominance for years, didn't know what to say. Something's off, one whispered. This isn't Scottie. But that was just the beginning. By Saturday afternoon, it wasn't just a bad day. It was a historic collapse. According to multiple reports from Reuters and The Guardian, Scheffler became the first world number one golfer in Ryder Cup history to lose every single match. 4 matches, 4 defeats, 4 heartbreaks. Each time he walked onto the course, the pressure grew heavier. Fans started whispering in disbelief. Some even turned against him. At Bethpage Black, the crowd, known for its fire, started crossing the line between passion and punishment, booing their own hero, mocking the very man who once carried their flag. The chants echoed across the greens. "You're done, Scottie!" "Where's your magic now?" He tried to ignore it, but golf isn't played in silence anymore. Phones were recording, social media was exploding, and every miss was replayed 1,000 times online. Scheffler collapse trended worldwide. By the final day, the pressure reached breaking point. Scottie's eyes told the story. Frustration, confusion, pain. His swing was still smooth, but his confidence had vanished. He looked like a man trapped inside his own mind. And then came the most haunting image of the entire event. Scottie Scheffler, head down, walking off the 18th green, while the European crowd cheered wildly behind him. The champion of calm had been broken. For fans, it was a nightmare. For golf, it was unthinkable. The world number one, the man who made golf look easy, had fallen apart on the sport's biggest stage. That night, the headlines were merciless. The fall of the Iron Man. Scheffler crumbles under. Pressure? Ryder Cup turns hero into headline. But what no one knew, not yet, was that this humiliation would become the spark for one of the most shocking turnarounds in modern golf history. Because Scottie Scheffler wasn't done. He was furious. And his comeback? Would silence everyone. The next morning, whispers spread across every corner of the PGA Tour. Something extraordinary had happened overnight. Reporters were scrambling, analysts were confused, and even Scottie Scheffler's close friends didn't know what to say. What started as a quiet week of practice had turned into a storm that was shaking the entire golf community. Word began to leak from inside sources. Scheffler had pulled off something no one had ever dared to attempt before. Rumors suggested he had broken a long-standing golf record in a private round, while others claimed he had unveiled a new swing technique that left even AI tracking systems unable to process his ball flight data. Whatever it was big. And everyone wanted answers. When Scheffler finally appeared before the cameras at the practice range, fans were stunned. His expression wasn't one of excitement or arrogance. It was focus. Pure, cold focus. The kind of intensity you only see from someone who knows they've just changed the game forever. As the media gathered, Scheffler placed a single golf ball on the tee, looked up, and smiled slightly. Without saying a word, he took his stance and swung. The sound that followed wasn't normal. It wasn't just the crisp thwack of club meeting ball. It was something different. The shot rocketed downrange like a missile, rising higher and faster than anyone thought possible. Cameras tried to follow it, but even slow-motion playback couldn't capture the full arc of the shot. When it finally landed, there was silence. Then, someone gasped. It had landed beyond the driving range markers, past the final boundary. A shot estimated at over 430 yards with a driver, and verified by TrackMan data seconds later. Commentators couldn't believe their eyes. Even players like Rory McIlroy, who had seen everything in golf, were left shaking their heads. Scheffler didn't celebrate. He just stepped back, looked at his caddy, and said quietly, "That's just the beginning." Within hours, the clip went viral. Scottie Scheffler breaks physics, started trending on X, formerly Twitter. Golf Digest, ESPN, and even NASA engineers were tagged in posts asking, "How is this possible?" Some claimed it was wind-assisted. Others believed it was an illusion. But when data from multiple radar systems confirmed the numbers, the debate ended. Scheffler had done the impossible. Then, new details began to surface. According to people close to his camp, Scottie had spent months developing a custom driver head, something that combined titanium layering with micro-vibration dampening. The design was so unique that engineers compared it to F1 aerodynamics. Apparently, this wasn't just a shot. It was a scientific breakthrough in golf technology. But that wasn't even the craziest part. A leaked internal document from the PGA suggested that officials were considering banning Scheffler's new driver design. They feared it gave him an unfair advantage, a statement that immediately divided the golf world. Half the fans said Scheffler was a genius pushing the sport forward, while others claimed he was breaking golf's natural limits. Meanwhile, rival players started to react. Brooks Koepka commented in an interview, "If what Scottie's doing is legal, then the rest of us better catch up fast." Even Tiger Woods reportedly called him privately to congratulate him, saying, "You just made history, kid. Don't let them take it from you." By the evening, the story had reached mainstream news outlets. CNN ran a segment titled, "Golf's Impossible Shot. Has Scottie Scheffler rewritten the rules?" Scheffler, however, stayed silent. No interviews, no press conferences. He simply kept training. Every evening, he was seen practicing alone under floodlights, with a calm determination that unnerved his competitors. Then, 3 days later, PGA officials made an announcement. Scheffler's club would be tested under new performance regulations. Reporters swarmed him for a statement, but instead of responding, Scottie smiled and said, "It's not the club, it's the man holding it." That one sentence became legendary overnight. The golf world had officially entered what fans started calling the Scheffler era. But behind the scenes, tension was building. Secret meetings were being held at PGA headquarters. Sponsors were pushing for answers. Was Scheffler's dominance fair, or had he crossed a line no golfer was meant to cross? As the next major championship approached, the pressure reached boiling point. Scheffler was under investigation, the public was divided, and rival players were preparing to take him down. Little did anyone know. What was coming next would shock the entire sporting world even more, because Scottie Scheffler wasn't done yet. He was just getting started.